de boom, joh.
Yes, mensen. Welcome back to Creative Chill. Houden nos tem special guest junto conosco, Mr. Ray
I
Pace.
see him, Ray Bass, in your face. Oh my.
Ewa, que tem, brother?
Amo. É PDP, ó. We zijn er.
Não, Greg, você muito não sabe.
Een prazer.
Ja, nós temos aqui na Creative Chill, pessoal, não esqueça com boa criatividade para com música eigenlijk, pero promete sim, não esqueça quem também é Mr. Ray Pace.
Ray Bass is a very humble guy. Mas rustig. Me gusta mi tranquilidad, mi paz. Ray Bass is actually an introvert, man.
Sim?
Ja,
ik
introvert.
Sim. Não, ik ken a maioria ainda que está criativo, bezig gaan met de introvert, zoals je ziet, eigenlijk, aan met eigenlijk tudo dois. Vou portar introvert, pero vou portar extrovert também. Ou é necessário.
Me put on the cap, or let me say Nicky, or me to the stage, of por me como subir stage, me introvert, pero me passa linha, grens stage, dan ben je algo to take over and I can do anything.
Sim, vou do na boa performance.
My super zone, I call it. Yeah, absolutely.
Não, verdade, quer dizer. Sim, então, vai começar com música, eigenlijk, vai começar foi na chiquito, com a música começar a movida, eigenlijk.
I think the music was always there, you know. Met elkaar, my earliest memory with music, tempo die radio, man, ik ben UB40, waking up to UB40, I was giving a podcast lesson, and my mother called me, Mama Bel. Ik moet zijn apuntre. Mevrouw, meneer, we willen graag weten, hoe was meneer Rebas als kind? And my mother was like, ora tava chiquito, ora Michael Jackson bi na MTV, ik weet dat bi umbia pa dia. Ora Michael Jackson bi na MTV, no? It landed bula in the box. Like I knew quality music as a child already. I would jump with the bula in boxes in aqui. Pero my neke videoclip kaba, I was inconsolable. Yora, tera me pega sonho. So I think I always had the ear. Onto ora mi tava timane porta quadro. Agora antes da timane coio com botar yamane, tem pinhata com botar yamane keyboard in your palm. There's like just 5 notes. And that to me was a way, like a puzzle. Like, Father, yeah, Father, yeah. So I was always in my head. And actually, I'm still doing that. Like, I can hear a song, it's just, if you repeat that process a lot of times, it becomes easy. You start recognizing patterns, and patterns stay the same. So,
klopt.
Like, yesterday and the day before, I had jam sessions that I played completely out of my memory. I heard the song maybe once or twice on the radio, but I remember and I find my way in that.
Sim, nós temos uma pergunta para você, de nós ainda não contavam no YouTube.
Okay, Great, okay. This is very modern. Shout out to Pato Studios for this.
Sim, nós estamos chegando. Meia hora, que pergunta nós temos?
Cala-te, papia!
Oh,
okay,
I want to hear groupie tales.
Groupie tales. I want to hear about the time you puked in your size car.
Yes.
Okay. And how do you write your music? Any tips? Because I'm really struggling with that. Janelis Martina, after this thing, you'll be a songwriting machine, because all it takes is repetition, but I'll give you some pointers that help me. Do you want the vegan version, or do you... Just kidding. Groupie tales. Well, let's make this entertaining. The first groupie story. I was playing in John Tarifa's band, and I was kind of fresh out of church, because I started making music in church. So Like music was always related to spirituality and stuff, but something happened to me that I had something like I want to see the world for myself. We had this gig with John Tarifa in Simplon, Groningen, and Groningen has a lot of students. Lots of students. But it was like I'm a church boy, man. Like I'm not even thinking about that at all. Like for me, it's just music. I'm serving the people and bringing them closer to what's harmony. And the gig was great. Like we played a very good gig. Shout out to John Tarifa. We played with also who was it? With Wojtek. Shout out to all those guys, man. We had a great show. We made a selfie with everybody. Before selfies with the crowd was famous, we were already doing that. And we had fun and the people had fun. So the gig is done. Everybody scatters like wolves, man. Like, I'm a holler at you guys in like in 2.5 hours. Everybody went separate ways. And I'm like, okay, let me go get a beer. I went to the bar and then I walked back trying to find my buddy. Like I think I was trying to find Rafael or something. And I'm walking and I see this girl and she's all like you know, like a very big smile.
Very angelic.
Yeah, very angelic. And you know, it's hard to talk to each other in the club. She comes to me like close and I'm like, what? And I had to get closer. You guys had a great show. I'm like, yeah, thank you. Did you enjoy it? Yeah. And she was like, you guys are really great. Like, again, like, thank you. Then she was like, where are you guys staying tonight? We have to drive all the way to Amsterdam and The Hague. And then she was like, why don't you stay with me? Me, and with my church boy mentality was, she must be not, excuse me, what did you say? Why don't you stay with me? Stay with you, how? Stay with me, dummy. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, okay, this is how it's gonna go, okay, but she is nice, she's very nice, okay. But I thought like, I was with my buddies, like you and I are all the way in Groningen, like I'm the loyal type of guy.
No, but you're giving up free taco.
But like, the thing was, we were doing this tour called Pop Ronde, so we play around the country. That's how I got to see a lot of the Netherlands. But Rafael, my wingman, he always used to like, because he's tall, light skinned. He's like the B2K guy, but a little bit taller. The women, he just needs, and he had a big afro, man. They call it afro, man. The girls used to look at him always, and I was the sidekick, you know, when it comes to the ladies. And he used to leave me like, hey yo, bass, you know, I think I'm staying in Rotterdam tonight. I got like 5 times that he did that, and this time I was like, you know what? Hey Rafa, you see that girl over there? Which one? The one with the badonk? Yes, that one. She kind of said like, asked me if I would stay over, and he was like, sure, brother man. You always catch bullets for me. I'll sleep in the car. So now I'm like, great. Now I'm getting out of my comfort zone and there's time pressure because but yeah, I just had something like, you only live once. That was my motto at that moment, and I was dealing with some heartbreak, and I went through it, smashed, like Kanye said, flawless victory. That was the first time. But I've been groupie free for a while now.
Sim. No, great. Nós temos mais perguntas aqui. Deixa da Puntra. What's the biggest misconception about the life of Antillean musicians?
Musicians?
Yeah.
And what are the highlights and what would you want to change? The highlights and what would you want to change about it? Misconception about the life of an Antillean musician. That's a very, 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 very good question. The misconception I had, because now I'm one of the guys in the scene, but before that I used to watch bands and artists on YouTube. And like for example, in the Dutch Caribbean music scene, I always thought like, man, the parties are lit, man. But you see like these video clips and people in ecstasy and that all the guys are rich. Everybody's rich, like flaunting with money, like. But that's not really really true. Most of us do it out of passion, and but it's getting with artists like Earsize and Jayon, who managed to cross the border internationally. You do see that it's getting more structured, and what guys like me and Stanley Clementina are doing is creating a platform or creating like structuring things.
A stepping stone.
Like with foundations, like Stanley organizes jams. What I do, I help Dutch Caribbean artists find like grants. Like I know how to. One of my talents, apart from music, is vision. Like I can see things. Like for example, a few months ago, I got a call from a person who booked a band. And the band was gonna do a no-show, and he was like, "I need this band fell out, but I need something that's of equal value or that alukutan ni mesmo nível di banda so kung QQQ." And then I was like, "Okay, what am I gonna do? I want to help this, like I want to service. How can I help you out with your because or else you lose your followers, your fans, your clients." I had this idea like, okay, let me, Cav, shout out Cav and Q Shans. They have a song called Basilari with me. It's a hit. The young people like it, but if you see well, it's like, it brings two generations together. The generation that likes cachet and the upcoming the urban songwriting type of crowd. In 12 days, created a show that I could sell in Groningen. And we rocked it as if we were a band that already plays a year.
Okay, nice.
You know,
nice.
so those type of things are like the success stories and what we are doing differently.
Okay. Ando inami to being back riba e punto tame ko loke buat papel bacheta. Nós papo di misconception ang. Então como tá music industry tussen eilanden na. Paso agora que a metade paso bota mais persona que toca música, pero agora que botar a younger generation tá mais urban, que man sim atrás de computer beat, bom não tá não fácil com instrumento. Com que tá bo vista riba esse.
I'm a firm believer of balance. If we all go do the urban thing, at some point there's not going to be anybody that still knows like how do you create a chord progression. Music is an art form. It will always be an art form. You can let a machine do things for you. Like now, I can make I can make you a artist. I'll let you sing. I can pitch everything.
Yes.
I can do that. But what type of artist do you want to be? Like, I believe in balance. At least try if you have love and respect for what you do, you would automatically want to know more. So like, but I come from a time like I learned in church, you know. So I took what I know from the organic world and I put it in my laptop now. So I'm also digital. I can also do the urban thing, but I do it from a place of how do I say it? And this has to do with the digital age. We are into this instant gratification thing. But because everything is being pushed, like everything right now has to be quick. It has to. If you write a song today, over in 5 weeks you need another one. You need another one.
Sim, algo nós para ter bo audiência contento eigenlijk, para bo quedar relevant, bo tinku
Yeah, because
boting mester di ecos digital naast di bo instrumento pa bo porque da lava no special relevant.
Paso antes, bummis rawarda pa bo cantica favorito bing na rádio.
Sim.
Coita dat do nabo e dopamine, bam, awaki. Popo escucha e cantica 5 seconden bia on repeat, and then it's just done.
Sim.
So then you're done with me, and you need to do something else. But my advice, or if I would do it differently, let's not all do the same thing. Let some of us at least decide to play percussion. Percussion is very necessary. Every instrument actually represents a certain character type. Because I started playing drums. As a drummer, you're the heartbeat. You're the you play with the heart. As a bass player, I am the spirit. I'm the attitude. So if I want to, like I played in Cachet, that music is aggressive, like ding ding, a licky tra, boom, pata. Everything is.
Botanya. Mitaya ya Cacheta toch mas comparar com outro banda.
Compared to the other one.
Então digo mais rafinado.
Yes, but still the nature of the music represents our culture. We're loud. Hey, Roman, but if you go, Gio is shout out Gio, Harry, Juni Valentin. Those guys are, when they play this, you get goosebumps, but because it's African, it's a and 12 men sounding like one, but it's like organized chaos. But
it is una sierra.
And just Juni is the heart, Henry is the attitude. He's very quiet, but he's steady foundation, and the piano is the melody, and that actually every instrument touches a different part of your body. Like the melody is here and it touches your emotions. The bass is around here, so let's not all do the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sim. Anto, que instrumento mais pode tocar? A parte de drums com bass.
Drums, bass, me gusta percusión también. Usualmente canta. Drums, bass, pero me como comienza bass, me toco guitarra. Guitarra me uso hobby para. I use the guitar for songwriting. Guitar for songwriting. En dan verder gaat ik keyboard para produce.
Aku binyan bakery pa guitarra no. So ladies nang gusta gaya nang gusto net guitarra que bajista nang tanya turi Usa ko nantay aandacht eigenlijk. Gaya nang gusto kanta din front aan.
Pero di como basso, no? Basta obviamente mané
Wabas so mimesta to kunti basa. Tapos may sound.
Pero but I don't understand why.
No, to goes como tiene no.
Antayera mi tatu show na P6, ada show P6 ento. Makabito ka sneaky anto the meeting the moment between the end of the band and the start of the DJ was like a half a minute silence. I was then I heard, no, but I want to talk to the Rasta guy. And the lady, I mean,
ik weet een fibra tide ng.
Ay, lalo tiki aus, coisa que tu virado tiki what?
Nós temos pergunta mais aqui. Nando puntra. Quem tabo artista Cuba traco ne? Wara. Ik weet na Engels, mensen in Engels awet op vakantie.
Vacation ship?
Vacation ship, no. Who is the best artist that you have worked with and why? Minte quero batraco mais op artista mesmo quatro é e mais mio Cuba traco ne.
Mais mio
é ka impressionava mais tanto sua maneira de tra of e projeto que você tem junto of essa.
Let me think. This is a very good one. So, okay, I have just a list of people, just to get them out of my head. I started playing gospel, so I played with Willie Rodriguez. I played with Rina Beraja. Together, there was a gospel band. After that, I went with John Tarifa. After John Tarifa, I played with Nicole Bus. Very okay. She's in the top 3. Nicole Bus. Shout out Nicole Bus, by the way, because she's the reason that I play bass and sing. Well, I work with Isalin Kalister too. Caché Royale, of course, is great. Brian Dekkers, there's new music coming up with him.
Nice.
Size I also worked with. Was his band leader. Also in the top 3. Size, oh, it's a difficult one, man. Ik zit te twijfelen tussen...
Wanneer me te komen nee, batrago basta artista, basta yafi.
Yeah, as a bass player, hoop ik een driving force achterop. Pero, even denken man, dit is een goeie. Weasley, dat is ook een goeie. Mr. Weasley, Major Dreamy, ook very talented. Cav, ben ik ook mee bezig. Oh my god. Nou, niet kom je top 3 euro. Top 3, Nicole Bus. Why? She produces, writes, her voice. She made people sing gospel music without them knowing they're singing gospel music. So her songwriting is amazing, and she's the reason I sing and play bass because helaas in auditie, tempo ela na grote prijs van Nederland, eu estava buscando bassista, então ela bisa ela trami si mi po bass, me disse e di elo que tu mami on the one condition, me tingo bass and tu canta per eu. And pa estan com sa. For the ones who don't know, playing bass and singing at the same time is very difficult because the bass line goes this way and the vocal line goes that way. So you have to split your brain in two so that this becomes like an autopilot thing and then you sing over it. And when you sing, you have to hit the right note. So I'm the low end of the music and I'm the high end of the music. And in my case, I write it too. Right? So I told her, yes, I can do it. And then when I hung up the phone, I shit my pants. I was like, how am I going to do this? So Nicole Bus is one, and Isalin Kalister, I've been in the studio with her twice. No, once. Once I've been with her in the studio. The first time, no, twice. Sorry. Once with Unchance, and that was my biggest hit so far. With Sizzle, shout out Sizzle. And the second time I worked with her, I worked for my alter ego Jago. So I'm the only Dutch Caribbean of Curaçao artist who has 2 features with Isalin, one as himself and one as his alter ego. So that's very cool. And Size is also like I've worked. If you guys hear the record, what's it called again? Me siente enamorado. I'm playing the bass and the guitar solo. That's me. That's me. And what it is with him, Size inspired me in manifesting. This guy, he tells you what's gonna happen and he does it. I'll give you 2 examples. I once had to, I was doing his live show. I was doing his live show, making sure the songs fit the right order, and he wanted me to come and meet him. He said, "Come, hey, my brother, come to this location. Being locatie bij een locatie. Met hem hier liquor store, casino, liquor store. The dude told me to come to a casino, man. So I'm with my churchy ass in a casino with a notepad and a pen, and this guy is playing some roulette shit. And like Ear Size, okay, Ear Size, sir, which song you want to start with? Oh wait a minute, let me put some 500 euros on number 23. 23, tak! Okay, I think we should start with, what's the song? Nada está pasando. Then he goes, what should I do? 13 or 78? 13. Top. So he has this thing. That's with the roulette thing. Second thing, PlayStation, FIFA. I'm beating this guy 5-0, man. I'm like comfortable. And then he's like, "Our brother, we saw what he had to But I came in Kawaki, Isco." He puts Isco from Real Madrid at the time in his team. Then he said, "I'm gonna score a header from the left side." 5-1. I'm like, okay, got unlucky. The guy told me exactly how much it's gonna 7-5, and I'm gonna score with Isco. But he is somewhere else, man. So if I have to choose between the three of those, it's very difficult. But I would say ear-size, man.
Yes, nice.
And not because of the success he has now, but because of what he taught me indirectly about manifestation.
Hele zien we over die manifestation.
If you believe whatever you believe, you can even say it. Like he says, "Hey, I'm going to do this," and it happens. He is so his heart and his mind, and yeah, he does it, and that's why I think it's inevitable that he is where he is today.
Pero me te quer ku música, criatividade, botin ku assistir também. Botin ku first of all, botin practice, anto botin ku manifest una bokiega também.
Absolutely.
So se não botin que da inanang, laga nos bisa toca ding e bari nampa voor altijd.
But je moet geloven dat je dat waard bent. Want heel veel mensen willen veel, maar like let us say, let me tell a little something about myself. In 2002, I came to Holland with nothing but an acoustic guitar. There was no YouTube back then. My mom didn't have resources to get me music lessons. So the ear I told you guys about was what I needed. Needed to teach myself, you know. Dus I had a dream, letterlijk, in my sleep that I was playing for 6,000 people or more, like a lot of people. I couldn't count them. And I woke up and I told my mom, I had this dream that I'm playing for thousands of people. I would like to have a guitar because we live in Amsterdam, and there's this tram 24 used to ride around Dirk Witte, and you would see the guitars hanging there, and it would stir up emotion, like I want that guitar. And with little resources my mother had, like shout out to my mother at Celine, if you guys see her, give her 50 euros. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Man,
take my mama, so mama die ik nam. That has been an image that I held for a long time, and this summer in July I played Zwarte Cross reggae stage for the first time. That I played a stage with my own music. I mean, I played Latin Village with Cachet, I played Heineken Musical with Nicole Bus, and with I've done a lot of gigs for other people. But with the stuff I wrote myself, the songs I went through and wrote and created them, my EP, Come to My Island, is on Spotify, you guys can check it, Mr. Ray-Bass, Come to My Island. Those are all things that I saw in my vision, I manifested them, and I believed that I could do them. And I think everyone who desires to pursue anything creatively should believe in themselves first, that they can do it. And really, there's shit you have to do for it, man. Instead of this instant gratification thing that people want, like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy a laptop and a mic and I'm gonna do it. There's people, you gotta be humble too.
No, but
you gotta be humble, and you gotta be teachable. A lot of people nowadays aren't teachable.
Yes. No, pero verdad, botin razón nesse person, mira como mes produto que me mita si fotografia. Anto mira si na mes também com mita agora den começamento com mita me começa a sacar portrait. Ainda de bisabo, não é qualquer você com que tá tique de banda, é qualquer isso coluna não tique odido, pero você com momento tá abrir para aceitar e criticar. Anto maneira bisa teachable para boiega caminho boque chega. Anto
Kevin Lee, hier tá nerve abu mata de people. Oh no, man. Ik ga het bisabo gewoon. Awak kita isko. And that, or you feel your confidence go like 50% less because oh, this guy's gonna mess me up. And then look, the thing is not only that he beats you, then he tells you what you did wrong. It's like like your left flank is a little weak. So I just pass him like that. Yeah, eerie man, eerie, great.
Awo babisa botin bom ouvido para que me coisa que me vou conhecer Charlie Puth. Também tem quanto ya me coisa
absolute hearing.
Sí.
Yeah.
Que me algo
I don't want that.
No?
You can train it. I can train myself. Like you put your finger on the piano, put it on a D, ding 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 ding. If you find a lot of songs that start on D, I can program myself to listen to 100 songs that start in D. And then D is not a problem. Then I go to the next. I can do that. But the less you know, the better. Because people, one confession, one thing you guys don't know about me, I cannot listen to music as a normal person. I have to analyze it. I have to pick from it what I like. It's as if every time I hear a song, I'm playing along. That's why I told you like toca siguro me toca idea like setlist die 30 cantica. Me no train big guy. Me no train, maar gewoon okay. Superstition. I've heard that song plenty of times.
No, pero talvez você me pensava que man, kubo atender anto.
Maar het is niet, want sommige mensen weten gelijk, oké, het is een D, dan gaat het naar de D sus 4 en dan het I'll figure it out while I play. You know? Ik wil het niet al weten, anders. Tien, dan weer een loco zo. Wat weer een loco. Sé. Het is mijn koku en dan goed bij de Illuminati waarbij informatie moet broer, moet chip te broer.
Awo, para afluit me. Ebia kubata bayano ba kriba e história na di irsais. Para afluit me, kau passava de irsais o auto.
Man. Eu não tá irsais, segundo eu mesmo irsais o road manager su auto. Verdade. Itu corda que qual é? Wa, nós trabalhamos com amigo Rafa, nós trabalhamos com irsais, dat optreden. Eigenlijk, de corda met dat die kon nog niet erbij because it was a solo gig. I think he just wanted a little bit of entourage, you know. Score bati bij grenzen.
Samba yan nele groupjes na yan.
Bati.
Wij komen taco.
There's also a groupie story when it comes to ear size. That's embarrassing. Some artists you play for, you accidentally end up with taco on your shirt, man. No, but we went to the story. Back to the story. We went. He had this gig somewhere in Germany, grens in Germany. En toen zat in club. Op backstage, you have choices. I called the backstage a supermarket because I always take shit like, okay, I want to have some 2 7-Ups. But this time they only had Black Label, Red Bull, and maybe vodka. Vodka doesn't go well with me. That's Mr. Ray Bay's fact. If you guys give me vodka, I'll drink it, and I'll end up somewhere at somebody's house wearing a Dragon Ball Z onesie or something. It doesn't end well. So I thought, okay, the lesser of both evils is black. So I took 2.5 of those with cola, and I was doing fine. But then, like, Germany has a little bit of, it's not flat like Holland, so it went up and down, and I was like, and I was emotional drinker. So, I don't drink anymore, but I remember
What the Mir guy?
Yeah.
Hey, Mir,
man. I was like, oh man, barriga começava a se extrair, começou a bira. And I think we stopped at a McDonald's, and we before, weet je, so there was still a McDonald's bag. In McDonald's bij maluco, met dus weet black. Met die me happy mode, sim, moet dat samen, assim. Ding is zaakje McDonald's. But that would have been the end of the story if there was not more information. Me in my mirror state, like everybody was laughing, he's puking, I was like, yeah, and for some reason I thought it was smart to open the window while we're driving 130 kilometers an hour and throw the bag of puke outside, which kind of backfired because when I opened like the glass, normally if you have the electric window it goes zzz, but we were driving on some fancy ass car shit, so the shit was so my whole hand and everything went, pulled the whole bag, and the half of it went outside and the half of it went, it didn't touch me though, it touched the whole, like this whole area of the car. And Julian, I remember Julian, I paid to clean your car, right? So I paid to clean the car. But Julian was fucking pissed. He was driving. Hij nossa! Ik sushi to me out. En dan sushi to me auto. He was freaking out. And each side, and shout out that guy. The guy was he was sitting shotgun, man, but both of his feet were on the dashboard, and the guy was laughing, man. You can ask him. This is like a Charlie Murphy story, but real life that happened, man. You guys have to ask him.
Nós temos pergunta mais aqui. Where do you get your inspirations for your visuals?
For my visuals, which visuals? They mean video or
Me te quiere bo video nang. Me te quiere.
My videos, let me just check. Hansberg.
Ito mas
Grey. Grey, papi kumi, qua visuals book man. Have ever forgot the lyrics to the song while you were performing or going to perform? How you deal with this? No, and they didn't fire me. If I forget lyrics, my own lyrics, no. But I hate covers because I forget the lyrics. But what I do is I try to keep in touch with my heart because I do understand every emotion behind the song. So I will just change a word and nobody notices. Notices that.
Buta si mane bo bro nandi ka shita si ora na lubida nanda sa sige ke.
But yeah, something you freestyle your way out of it, you know. So you should not be afraid to make mistakes because if there's a song you're afraid to make mistakes, you're gonna make mistakes.
No, true.
And everybody makes mistakes.
Sí, nós tem mais pergunta aqui. Nós tem mais pergunta. Videoclips, visuals para videoclips, não?
Okay. Then we need to talk about my history with video clips. My first video clip was Awe, Saskia Mollen, director. Love for Sas. Sas applicated in me. And I did the camera work, but because at that time I was because of Jesse Valentin. Shout out to Jesse Valentin. Like I have many mentors in my life. Jesse Valentin is one of them. Okay, Awi was my first single, and I wrote that song after a gospel band I had, 3R1. Almost nobody knows this band or this story. The band broke up, and I was very depressed because I brought everybody together, and I kind of saw everybody just scatter. And we were working on the album, but we had a disagreement, and I had two choices: either like, fuck this whole music thing, because your heart breaks when it's like a family, you know, or I just buy my own shit and I start. There were little people doing that. I saw Brian Dekkers was doing it, and also André Pantoflat. Shout out to him. He's one of the most loyal musicians and friends and brothers out there. And he told me like go buy this MacBook Pro and Logic and a MIDI keyboard and a mic, and then you're all set. I spent the summer vacation saving money for that, and I bought it. And I opened up Logic, and I used to go all the way to André to work on Logic, and then go back all the way. He lived in The Hague, and I lived in Amersfoort. And then it was like, hey yo, can you send me the thing I recorded today? Because I want to. So you're dependent, man. I don't like that, man. So I bought my stuff, opened up my Logic, and I played this thing. Da, 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 da. That became Awe. So I made my song myself. I went to Shadrach Esprit, who's nowadays is called Mixed by Chops. Chop Sauce, many awards, works with the greatest of the greatest. And he mixed it, and then I finished the song by myself. Ooh, kudos to me. But now a video clip. I talked to Saskia about the concept, about Awe. She wrote the script, and it was supposed to go. And I also had this thing about, I want the song to go about a woman that has been in a toxic relationship, and she broke up, and she's starting a new life. So in order for that story, I was like, great, we will find the person, Cezanne, who is the same girl that appears in Monday Breakups. She was the model, she was the video vixen, and I was like, I'm shy and an introvert anyway. I don't want to be in the music video clip. I'll film it though, but I don't want to be in it. So that's how my first visual came to be. And the song at the time went viral because you didn't have to pay to go viral on Facebook and stuff. So it got traction. The same day it was on TV on Curaçao. So I was like, whoa. And I appeared in the magazine Go Weekly. Nice. So that's how that went. And the second visual was with Patricia Gruber and Jesse Valentin. Patricia wrote kind of the script for the clip for Un Chance with Sizzle and Iseline and I, and that's how that one came to be. And my third one has to be Monday Breakups, and that's me and Louis, me and Pato Studios, man. And
Oh, great.
That
great.
was just getting to know each other, exchanging ideas. Um, Man, I wish he could come to the front and say something, man. But Monday breakups was me dealing with a very bad breakup. And what I find difficult about breakups, and maybe you have breakup experiences, when it's over, you start to get all these images of when it used to go right. So that's why in the clip we actually talked to the biggest importer of Polaroid cameras, Transcontinental BV. I pitched them the idea like, okay, we have this thing where we want to work with video, we want to work with Polaroids. Can you give us some Polaroids and make them available for us? And we do product placement in the clip. So that's why in the clip you see the camera in the beginning and you see me walking with a stash of Polaroids that represents my memories. And I'm actually throwing them away so I can make room for something new. So that's how Monday breakups came to be. But I think for me, I don't want to do those type of video clips anymore because you're gonna work on the script and people and find flying horses and everything. You get unicorns from Mount Zion, but people don't have that type of attention span anymore. So I prefer to work with something simple nowadays, or let the song do its thing first, and then invest in a video clip. Because my target group, you know, in Curacao they still like video clips, but I think in 5 to 10 years that's gonna die off.
Papiano di video clip?
We have awards. We got an award. What was it? Audio shoot. We won some awards also for that video clip because
For Monday breakups.
Because of the storytelling and Amsterdam is in there, and if you guys visit my channel and watch that video clip, you see that actually it's a bit prophetic because in Paysestov, the venue where we filmed, there was no audience. Bam! A few years later, Corona happens, and there is no audience. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about it, it's kind of prophetic. So you guys have to go watch it now. It has 38,000 views because I remastered it. I re-released it because I'm gonna be releasing my live concert footage. So I want to get some traction on my YouTube channel already. So.
Okay, nice. Awo, papiano di video clip ku facials kasi na. Bo prome facials, bo prome kanti kita bata yama awet o. May tiyong ideya pa ako. Nami feature pa ako.
Okay.
Kami sa ita bata over di mucho moeto. May tiyong ensayo pa ako. Isa gi nós temos amanhã.
Ata.
Ito di Winnie Amber.
Ata.
Johnny Depp ko Amber Heard.
Mayang, no. But somebody asked where I get inspiration from. I get inspiration from nature. I get inspiration from heartbreak, from conversations, meditation, medication. But I don't smoke herb anymore. I would like to drink it or in other way, but I've smoked it enough. But I can sometimes also just browse for samples, and one sample can be a drum beat, and I hear a whole, like the drum beat is like the foundation I can start building on, and I just fall into this loop, and a song comes out of it.
Okay, nice. Essa é onde me pergunta ng Pablo, kung bo creative process ta eigenlijk kemen voor die na começamento ku bota maneira bisa bota tende melodia, depois bota compositar bo canti canto, tem na final ku bo chega na final product of the facials com esta by eigenlijk.
Nota nota mesmo kutubia. Nota mesmo kutubia. Dus ando me querer teina me tá ensinando maneira nova. I'm getting to learn new ways. Because the thing with the samples is something that 5 years I didn't exist, and it did exist, but I'm not the type to go look for a sample. I either create the sound myself or, maar ik koos met de hobby. I stay true to what I hear in my head. Like, Un Chance bijvoorbeeld, like I have this thing on YouTube, it's called Mr. Ray Bay's Couch Sessions. I explain about the creative process behind Un Chance. Un Chance is a song that the guitar my mom bought, do you guys remember that? There was this one thing I could play. I didn't get a lesson, it was this because I used to like this song of Pharrell, it's called Frontin'. So I was trying to imitate that, but in my own way. And that lick became the whole song because it started with that lick, and then I heard like boom, something like that, and then came the trumpet line. But I create my songs through a flow. I just need a starting point, and I need a point where I say that it's enough. So that's part of my creative
Nós tínhamos
process.
pergunta mais aqui de Melissa, bem claro.
Melissa, onde me fanático fiel, loyal, todo dia.
Fanático of group?
Loyal, não, fanático. Maar kijk af die herb, kijk af die groepie também.
En dan wonder ik je, wat wil je nog bereiken? Ergens op bekende festivals staan of eigen concert geven in een theater?
Oh, but there's some interesting biggest pet peeve. Coscuta nerviami. Okay.
Oh, zie.
Okay. 3 artists. Oh, man, there's a very good question. Hey, okay. I'm gonna take time to answer some of these, okay? And quick. But what was the question again? I got some question.
Kiko que logra.
Kimi que logra
ainda?
ainda?
Sim, que logra ainda.
A mim mesmo. Kijk, het aqui da câmera, pessoal. Maar nu hebben we in 2002, maar meer een vision die toca para 6 miljoen. That one's done now, man. Voor mij mis. Dus momenten dat ik creëer, nieuwe dingen, wat ik wil bereiken, is niet per se alleen voor mezelf. Ik denk al aan mijn kinderen. Ik wil dat er een Dutch Caribbean Artist Association komt, net als de reggaeton people. People think that it's just Bad Bunny, he's the man and blah blah blah, or maybe they make it seem like it. But there's a whole team and all those artists work together. They might seem like rivals or whatever, or that they're competing, but they're all sharing the bag together.
Sí. No, pero inang que bien también, ¿qué vos te piensas over die music scene in ABC eilanden nou? So, verdad, ami tayo, hopi en dat manier. Si ami, en to lugar die nos junto. ¿Qué vos te piensas over die scene?
Ami te papi gewoon unfiltered. I will say everything that's on my mind. Mi asali voor die verandula antiano. Door die cierto vooral gebrek aan visie, gebrek aan innovatie, gewoon bad energy, man. Man, 10 koos na goed te passen, ik gewoon met de bisa. Nós route net chiquito. A, B, C, N. Niet eens Duitsland. Niet eens UK. Min toca nunca UK. Kung banantiano, whatever. So what are we fighting for? Die komen no está haciendo tanto. Wanneer ik me amo de bisa, kom nos brother Aubrey. No me está si tanto druk. Está si tanto druk. No me ste, hoeft niet, man. Weet je, miljones pon ik cabeça junto. Wak maneira com nos por rafinar nos music. E traunto, pero bosa que de cos nos mitaya a nos não a minuti coi. Precisa para de nós a minuti coi permite me rating a community see die Superman syndrome like me que para on top of that mountain. Pero man, Shell could in trillions of dollars te tra ku Google. Champions League, Samsung te pone reclame ainda. Dus they're Samsung, they're already rich. Why do they have to do advertisement? Dus everybody works. Het gaat om samenwerken. Ayer como músico mita die mag je toca pa Shell. And the my chance die drint een metaverse. para social trago Google que eu tô não junto da base da tra plano riba nos cabeça com aqui dias aí o telefone aqui tá é lo que dá pero riba jebo dentro do metaverse nos papi com outro pero vou bicho bril anto nos tá by corso ora burna boy by trope nos tá by festival center tem bril dus o mundo tá base de avançar anto ainda não são pouco clara que nós temos que trazer um turma você que estão consumindo como né mas toca com vários bandas these dudes sound the same play the same songs me nota mira outra caminho assim bem que tem Foo Fighters que YouTube tá toca um festival lá toca outros cantica que é mesmo cantica it's weird Foo Fighters YouTube is YouTube they have their sound and dan para pe so dus nós tem van ok se abo decidi toca bass com 7 cordas quando mira tour da coisa toca bass com 7 cordas I don't understand why pero quando mané babinho com co tá cuebo tem cuebo tem mentality aí com anto coisa mais met de vent gewoon laat me vent pero met bij zeer positief beetje no worry I come so I'll be back in a minute what I find important bro if you and I are working on a song and you come with the piano part I must automatically know that if I upload that stuff to DistroKid I need to split the rights because the creative process we did it together but somehow what we do is hey Chris came with that part yeah great you will see the song released and I didn't and it's not just us it happens everywhere but especially because we are a small community I think we can work on those things like we can all get the bag together and that's why we're working on this Dutch Caribbean Artists Association shout out to Deja mensen een initiatief die aan me kon itame meisje e nós também together hope that nós temos meeting mais tremendo mês 25 setembro com Amy Miu, Kev nós invitar hope dus just us being together in a room I don't think that ever happened e milhões de great si banda não digo só tá me sinta junto para nos work mas que ninguém nos tour que assim mesmo com nos tour que para aqui 10 ainda nos pobare rima combinados por team entertainment nós acabei a instalar de COVID que man bota pensa que em 2 anos vou change o mindset
sim para você não crescer
exactly
então me que corre tu rende like subscribe master você anda bentando e pergunta na Hopi Hot então me tem pergunta mais para mim com nós round off não me passa que me tem um par despeito não sei ou não sei can we answer para a question aqui Janelis Martina if Earsize fired me for that no he didn't fire me man we had a show I think 5 days later name 3 artists you would want to work with and why I recorded something with him but I would like to have a song with Earsize just because of the influence he's had on me like people don't know I was his band leader but after that the band disbanded and but I was like no the Zouk compa lover with that band had the option to dance kizomba and things live and out of that setting came Kiss Me with me and Andre and Orville we created this thing we wanted to create a kizomba band but nowadays it's no longer a kizomba band it's a collective we work with Q-Shans we scored a hit called Only With You it's on Spotify but we created this thing where we had this band where we play with people from Cabo Verde Cabo Verde nós de Cabo Verdeano nós compreende outro pero numa nós vai pari alto verde hele transatlantic thing pero na Cabo do Miracle my vision is to unite especially black creatives because we have this Superman complex that we want to do things by ourselves we have this inferiority complex that everybody gets subsidy except for us that right there's this mindset thing that's fucking us up but we are very very talented we need to get organized so with Kiss Me came at least a little bit of the organization
organization, and yeah, that's something that came from with ear size, and I think working with him on a song would be for me like
Sim.
full circle,
Sim.
like with Kiss Me before, because it's kind of a spin-off that came out of him. It's not that I'm was trying to imitate him, but I was like, no, why don't we? And the cool thing about Kiss Me is that we work with the drummer of Kassav, so we're already pretty far, and we have collaborations with musicians from French Antilles, and we would want to play in France. I did the ABC thing. I want to play France. I want to play reggae in Germany. Shout out Moni Moni who invited me to see Germany. Yeah, that's.
Bota bayando den grande.
Yeah, maar pouco me que cá me dio cena, nós tudo bis, nós tá lá de banda, nós também internacional. Internacional. Vou para português, vou falar português, vai Portugal, vou sa unda, que botin conexão na Portugal. Não tem música, tá vai assim internacional, tá bom mindset, und que botin com vai, botin com papi com deja bisabu, para que se ganhe.
Que maneira para compreender, não tem música, pero tá eta bo connections na eigenlijk. A parte de muzikant, por mij is dat people's person eigenlijk.
Voorbeeld, weekend capacity, maar kun je trein bij Düsseldorf. Nunca niet meer bieden, foi 2012 com in Holanda, maar kun je trein bij voor Holanda. Minuut was I'm not gonna lie. The first 10 minutes I was in Düsseldorf, I sat in Starbucks. I don't even like Starbucks. I don't drink coffee. I just had to charge my phone because I don't want to be lost in Düsseldorf. The first person I talked to is a music publisher. I didn't know. He was like, I put my charger in my phone, and then he was like, "Oh, there are electric sockets here." I was, yeah, there's 8 of them under your chair. Oh, because I need to charge my laptop. Who are you? Where are you from? I was wearing this jacket, by the way. I'm from Curaçao, this and that. Oh, you're a musician. Here, wait. I don't speak German at all, by the way. He gave me 2 numbers of like the key bass players of Düsseldorf, so I can network with them.
Oh,
so
nice.
just me leaving there it's like the universe's way of like telling me, good job, son. This is what it means to go international. Because music, people think it's an ego thing. Music is a people thing, man. Because as an artist, you have a responsibility to make people feel a certain way, to tell stories and help express words that people cannot say. You have a responsibility towards the children. A lot of artists say they don't see that, but there are kids who I work with, apart from music, I work as a coach in Soest. There are kids who are 15 years old who think that later they have to make 7.5K a month to live the lifestyle that they see in the music videos. What do you get? Kids who are not grateful for what they have, kids that are entitled, and that comes because these artists give this impression that life is this way, but it's not that way at all. And not a scene. And I've seen guys that have 20 million views on their video clips get tram 24 and go home after a gig, and not because they didn't want to pay parking or anything, but they don't even have health insurance, bro. Dus yeah.
Então, Mike, nos laatste pergunta para Kiko boke doen na jongeren eigenlijk. Kiko boke laga ke. En ik pergunta ta wat wil je aan de jongeren geven?
Wat ik aan de jongeren wil geven? Or you mean what I'm giving them now?
No, lo que boke doen nang ding dus doen nang panampor sigi ding pad muzikaal eigenlijk panampor crazy.
Dus in mijn werk wat ik nu al eigenlijk doe, dus I'm fortunate to be able to give back, because by giving back you also receive, because sometimes but kere ku abotasi muito ko pero muito também assim goes back. Dus I'm a giver. Dus what I always give the kids is that if you believe in yourself and if you believe something, come and write it down Geloof in possibilities, and you can't do it. You don't have to do it alone. Um, and in one sentence, I always tell them, love the process more than the destination. It took me 20 years to get to where I wanted to be with the reggae festival thing, with the reggae weide. Zwarte Cross is like the biggest motocross event of Europe. Like me with no label, no manager, nada. Like I tell them, you don't need a manager. Like fuck the music and just become good first. It's about value. Je moet waarde hebben. Als je geen waarde hebt, dan kun je niet zeggen, ik wil €500 voor een optreden, omdat je hebt gezien dat mensen dat vragen. Weet je? First, create the value. And the value, you'll know when you're ready. Man, guys, I've played in church for free. Church sowieso for free. Then you start playing for drinks. Then you start playing for just the traveling cost. Then you start playing for €75. Then you get something for €300 once, and then 5 years you still play for drinks. You know, but along the way, your value increases, and you're like, whoa, wait, I played with ear size, I played with him, I played with them. Or people start asking you, and then again, music is a people thing. And that increases your value. And you can, okay, I played with ear size and he asked this money. Now I can ask this money. So the money comes later, but the passion has to be there first. Sure. So, but in the digital age with the the instant dopamine, I stress this with these kids. I don't stress it, but I keep reminding them, like, relax. Like this kid it's very funny. He asks, Ray, I want to talk to you. Okay, I want the government to give me a loads. Sorry. Yeah, I was like, whoa, a loads? For what? Yeah, so I can build a studio. And bro, you don't even know how the software works. Why would the government give you a loads? Don't you think I want the government to give me a loads? Or that this studio would be in a loads that we have like 5 or 79 of these settings? That's not how it works. First, give a show in your hometown. Do it one more time. Then you give a workshop to other younger kids and teach them how to rap. And go in the papers with me like this. Then the government, the gemeente will know you, and they will ask you for a little job. And you need to gain trust. It's a whole cookie crumble trail, man. Yeah. And these people, because they have this phone that's so fast, they take your time. Just everybody. It goes for everything, not just for music. Just take your time. Relationships, everything.
No, mas danke.
De nada, meu irmão.
Mr. Ray Bass.
Você come? Ai, né?
Não, mas danke mesmo para explicar-nos como começar vanaf het begin te werken. En dan meteen in proces hoop great. Pas op verdade man bisa hoop en que skip hoop stap nang. Pero gewoon follow el processo.
Maar nanti mag. Pero botei a mim me guy di kuta kanto kulosa. Yeah, you get those Spotify artists, or you get these artists that bukdi mita maya free tickets pa by LAX. Ik ga kuta kanta Sempe. Sempe, carry you fly. I get to Masilo because I never win free tickets, bro. I won free tickets to the guy. I get into the venue, 25 people. And you have 5 million followers on Spotify. Something doesn't add up. You know, so you can skip them. Then go ahead, skip them. My choice, poco, pero seguro. And I want to thank everybody who tuned in, everybody who asked the question. The questions are way too much, but I'll type them tomorrow somewhere. Appreciate you guys. Follow me on Instagram, my link tree. Mr. Ray Bass. I'm Mr. Ray Bass everywhere. You can find me, and shout out to you guys, man.
Yes.
No, blessings.
Danke por vir. Danke por compartilhar a história. Anto, me que bisa turende like, subscribe, share a vídeo aqui para turende tene Mr. Ray Bass.
in
So,
your face.
sim, yes, in your face.
Sim,
Então, então se
demo cara, demo face.
se você não quer entender, ele passa caspa, caspa e sabe o demo face. Então, pero dank mensen. We gaan zo te outro dia. Creative Chill.
Boom.
Play that funky reggae. Play that funky reggae.
Hey, je bent gewoon met die billen.